So they're from the Basque region, and they supplied. There was a break in the Spanish Premier League there, and they give us the first team coach. So we're traveling around Bilbao in the first team coach, and everyone's waving at us, thinking it's the Bilbao team, but it weren't. It was the Penguins. Yeah. So again, you got the Portuguese, the French, the Spanish side of it, and that's also part of my bigger project, is to travel the world with the kids and showing them and meeting kind of DS in all over the world and seeing how they're treated. Because I know in some countries they're treated very well, and in other countries they're not. And my ambition is to get the footballers from that country, the stars, to meet us, and then set up something in other countries if any way we can help and promote DS. That's the bigger project for me in the upcoming year.
Yeah, sounds incredible. And you alluded to it there. You want to travel them around the world, and you said earlier there's only 33 teams.
35 teams in this country, yeah.
Yeah. So have you had to travel the country in order to play games, or are a significant proportion of them like in and around London?
Mostly no, the honest truth is I haven't. So we play into club games for a start, and the kids always play the parents at the end of the training. So we have the parents versus the kids game. We played out in Bilbao. They were amazing. Each station, but the training is devised around a game. So there'll be a penalty with pressure. Whistle is king, so my whistle is king, and they're under a bit of pressure to score a penalty. Then there'd be dribbling, then there'd be interplay. So it all marinates into a game. But the first game we ever had, Chris, was out against Bilbao. It's a away win in Europe, by the way, just letting you know. It wasn't a away win in Europe. But that's my thing, is now getting a team of 8 or 9 kids that can play and understand the game into playing more games across the country. And funny you should say that. We've been invited to Burnley. So World DS Day is March the 21st, because 21 is the extra gene that they carry. That's where the 21 chromosome, they carry the extra gene of 21. And on the 16th of March, which is the closest date to World DS Day, we're playing Burnley Down syndrome team, and then we're all going to the Burnley Brentford game in the Premiership in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So that's how the team, it's been a process of now getting a team out of the 36 children, and then they go off and play and represent us as a club and stuff like that. And also we are the National Football Museum in Manchester. We are their Disability Team of the Year for 24.
Okay.
So we're going to the National Football Museum they're going to sell our shirts and memorabilia, like T-shirts, shirts, hats and stuff in their shop. And we've just done a collaboration with Socks & Co., which is a Down syndrome company that makes socks, because I don't know if you know, but on World DS Day they wear odd socks. You wear odd socks to recognise the day, and we're having Brentford and Penguin socks made by them that we're getting to sell in the shop as well. So yeah, mate, there's loads of stuff been happening. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're really on up and up, and it's everything organised now, and it's like obviously helping those kids as well. Have you done any links up with any? You kind of alluded to it there, but any organisations as well that deal with Down syndrome? Have you done any links up with those, or is it more specifically sports based that you're working for?
No. So really good point. Marcus Waring, the chef, the world renowned chef, has been in touch with us, and he wants to do a 10-week cookery course with the kids. So they branch. I let the kids experience like everything and anything they can. You know, that's the most important thing to me. We've had Phil Earle, who's a prolific children's writer, book writer. He's won many awards up there with J.K. Rowling and stuff like that. He's just sent down 37 signed copies of all different books, but he's signed it to each and every individual kid with a little memo in there. And he's coming down to give a talk to the kids in the new year. Okay. So listen, my wife and I take this very seriously, in the fact that we completely recognise that this is a life thing now. When they get to 16, it's a nightmare, because they have to leave regular school and go to college. Most colleges will only have them for a few days. And then when they leave college, college is terrible. And at 18, what the hell, you know, where are they going to go and what are they going to do depending on. So we're very mindful of wanting to envelope them in our own charity so they can come and work. When they finish uni, they can come and work within our charity because we have 2 other teams as well. But my main push in the new year is for our own indoor facility with a teaching school there as well.
Okay.
So that's my main thing, and then the kids really do have a future, and it gives the parents, because it's a continued worry for those parents of what they're going to do next with the kids.
You said there about obviously college, you only do like a few days a week and so on. Do some of the people you train, Down syndrome people you train and are in a team, do they later on have some of them become coaches, or have you had people with Down syndrome become coaches and also work in the background as well?
No, I've got a coach. I've trained a DS coach, Big D. He's in the film. He's 21 and he's our first DS coach, and he went through a program of work with me, a book, and that we put together ourselves. And then he's like an icon. He's a DJ, a model, and all the kids look up to him. And Big D has his own group that he takes on a training day and stuff like that. And that's all part of the program of kind of what we're doing. But bearing in mind, every single kid is different. Every single kid needs different needs, and every single kid responds to different communication. So yeah, there's always that thought process of they have to see a progression. And if they're seeing another DS kid that is a coach, we have a president, we have a coach, we have a captain, and they see that progression that could be them one day. But not just for them, Chris. I think it's a bigger thing for the parents.
Yeah.
I always say there's 2 teams. You've got the kids and the kids at the end of the day. But it's been such I think, a help for the parents, because they have got something to associate, not just their kids to associate with, but also the parents to associate with, and they all go on holiday together. It's like any of us, mate, to be involved with something bigger than ourselves is probably the most important thing we can do.